Uh, First of all, hi everybody. Uh, I'm doing okay today. Last time I made a post, I wasn't doing so good. Everything was just incredibly overwhelming me. But here I am today, and I'm doing good for the most part. Uh, yeah, I decided to post this video because, I just wanted to just give my perspective you know, of how I view the world, you know, specifically evil people in general of the world. Uh, I wanted to come on here and just give my perspective because, like, I thought long and hard about it, and I come to the realization that all these years, people have not been treating me well in the past. I've been bullied before a lot in school, so, and now that I think about it years later, I thought of just coming on here saying that them people probably hated themselves and might still do. You know, and that's just in general. I feel like, the only reason people are jealous of others, it has nothing to do with because they're jealous. It's because they hate themselves. And if you really think about it, those people might have low self esteem and probably don't even realize it. Unless, because, like, just think about it, guys. If somebody insults you in your child life and continuously do that to you, and you grow up doing that to somebody, it's more than likely those insults turned into insecurities. And I think that's with a lot of the evil people on this planet. They clearly didn't get treated right as a child, and here they are, years later, all grown up and treating people the same exact way. And to be honest with you, I think it has everything to do with them hating themselves. You gotta, you gotta really think about it. If you love yourself, you wouldn't be treating others bad, and that's the bottom line. You gotta think about it this way. You would look in the mirror every day and be proud of who you are. But if you're that type of person who don't love yourself, then it's more than likely you're not gonna love the people around you, and that's the bottom line. When a person looks at their reflection in the mirror and they don't feel the need to tell their reflection that you're good, you're going to do good today, you look nice today. If you don't have the guts to do that, to even give your own reflection a compliment, then it's more than likely that you hate your own reflection. You hate the way you look. You're unhappy with yourself as a person. And what are those? Those are called insecurities. If somebody's insecure about themselves and don't love themselves, it's more than likely they're not going to treat the next person good because they're battling their own demons. They're battling what's inside of them. Like, just look at it. Just look at it this way. Like, say if a person looks at themselves in a mirror and you would think that's your reflection, but truly it's not your reflection because your reflection, like how you would look at yourself in the mirror, would do the exact same you do. But your reflection's not doing the exact same thing you do. Like in a movie. Like if a person was to look at themselves in the mirror and the reflection is just like looking back at them a certain way and you're not looking like that, that's your inner demon talking. That's your inner demon there. That's your sign, meaning that you don't love yourself. So, guys, let this be a life lesson. Don't think that just because somebody insults you or makes fun of you is because that person is jealous of you, because they're not. It's because that person is insecure. They don't love themselves. You got to love yourself. If you don't love yourself as a human being, as a person, then it's more than likely you're not going to love the people around you. And that's the bottom line. That's it. Like, evil people do not love themselves, they hate themselves. It's more than likely they hate their own reflection in the mirror. You could ask a person all day why they treat you the way they do. If they can't give you a reasonable explanation, it's because they hate themselves. They're not going to tell you that. They're never going to admit it. Those people never admit that. Because it's within themselves. They're battling what's in them within themselves. You are your own worst enemy when you look in the mirror. You are truly your own worst enemy. You are an evil version of yourself. You are battling what's within. You shouldn't have no reason to treat others badly. If you have just no explanation for why you do it, it's because you're just battling your own demons. You don't love yourself. You hate yourself. You're insecure. People have insulted you in the past, and now that you're all grown up, all those insults that done soaked within you done turned into insecurities. And now here you are walking the planet treating other people bad. Because deep within your cold heart, you do not love yourself. Bottom line. You shouldn't have no reason to not have respect for another person. You shouldn't have no reason to not treat people the way you want it to be treated. Like, nobody's forcing you to mistreat others. That's just you. You have problems. Nobody's doing you anything. And I believe 100% when people say you can't change an evil person, they're just evil. Well, yeah, of course you can't change an evil person. Like, hello, they can't change themselves. They don't love themselves. They hate themselves. So it's more than likely, if they can't change themselves as a person, of course, you can't change them. I mean, they don't want to change themselves. It's more than likely, and it's more than likely they never will, because they do not love themselves. Those types of people look in the mirror every day, and they what do? They don't give their own reflection a compliment or nothing. They insult and treat their own reflection in the mirror bag. If they're doing that, it's more than likely they're going to do it to other people, because they hate themselves. You treat others bad, it's because you treat your own reflection in the mirror bad, yourself. You don't love yourself, you don't love people around you. Bottom line. As a person, you got to want to change for the greater good. I mean, and be honest with you, let's be honest. The man in the sky, God himself, believes in you. But like, if you continuously are just being evil to people and don't realize what you're doing or don't even care, it's more than likely, I hate to say it, but like, no good is gonna come to you. No type of good is gonna come your way. You got to want to change your bad habits and the way you treat others. Because karma exists. And however you treat the other person bad is gonna come right down back around on you. See, God works in mysterious ways, but it's for a reason. You can't be rude and disrespectful all the time. Because at the end of the day, who's gonna be there for you? Who's gonna be there for you when you're lonely? When you go through struggles? Who's gonna be there to help you out when you're suffering on the inside? You're pushing people away because you do not love yourself. It's more than likely you're going to insult the next person. You're going to insult their shoes, their clothes, the way they look, because you insult your own clothes and shoes and the way you look. Because you're insecure about the way you look, the way you dress, the type of clothes and shoes you have. You're unhappy with yourself because you don't love yourself. Bottom line. And I know the truth hurts, but it's the truth. If like, I can't see no other reason for why evil people are the way they are. Like if you were never treated good as a child, it's more than likely you're not gonna treat other people that way. Matter of fact, like treat people, respectfully when you get older. Like you just hate yourself. And I want people who are like me, who don't experience disrespect or getting treated bad from other people. I want you to take this with you for the rest of your life. If anyone ever treats you bad, any evil person, it's not because they're jealous. Don't think that because they're jealous of you. It's because they hate themselves. If they truly love themselves, they wouldn't be treating the next person bad. They wouldn't be treating you like that. People are only evil because they hate themselves. Bottom line. I mean, there's no other explanation besides that. If you wasn't treated right as a child, it's more than likely you're going to grow up the exact same way and treat others bad. I can't think of no other reason why people are evil is just besides that. They just hate themselves. You can't change an evil person because it's pretty obvious that they can't seem to change themselves. They're battling their inner demon. They can't break free from that inner demon. They can't break free from what is holding them down. And I don't even think they want to. They're not trying to. You got to want to try to do something. You know, like you have issues. Within that cold heart, that cold soul of yours, somewhere deep down in there, you hate yourself. You just don't love yourself as a person. You don't. If you don't wake up and look in the mirror every day and realize that you are a wonderful and beautiful person and just insult yourself every day like that, it's more than likely you have insecurities. You're insecure about yourself. You insult yourself in the mirror, your own reflection. And where does that lead? It ends up leading you insulting other people. Because you're battling within yourself. You are your own worst enemy. You can't break free. And that's just the bottom line. So always remember, if anybody ever mistreats you, that's because they hate themselves. They're not happy with who they are. It has nothing to do with them being jealous. It's okay for you guys to agree or disagree, but hey, look, that's my whole perspective on why evil people exist. Why people are just evil in general. At least that's my perspective of it. But I truly believe that's the reason. It's the same thing with people who brag. People who brag, think I'm better. Oh, I'm better than you. I'm this and that. I got this and that. See, they're the exact same way. They're the exact same way. The only reason they do that is because they're insecure. They don't love themselves either. You might brag and think you're the best person and better than the next person. You got this and that, but deep down inside, you do not love yourself. You aren't happy. You aren't happy with who you are. That's why you got to brag about yourself to bring others down. Because you got to try to impress a person because you feel like you're not worthy. You have to impress others around you. You got to brag. Brag about how awesome you are. Because you feel that you're not. You truly feel that you aren't that type of person. Brag about this, your best clothes. You feel like you're not worthy. You feel like you're not good enough. You might brag about how awesome you are and you think you're better, but no, that's not loving yourself. That's you hating yourself. I mean, am I lying? No. You're not better than anybody. Because God knows nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. So why brag? Are you living a perfect life? Heck no. More than likely, 100% you are not living a perfect life. So don't brag about how awesome you are because your life ain't even perfect. We all know it's not. That's just your insecurities. That's you hating yourself. You don't love yourself. And that's just it. I mean, how many people are like that on this planet? How many? As far as I know, I can't even count how many evil people exist on this planet. Probably more of them than even good people. I can't count how many, but it's a lot more than you think. At least that's what I believe. A lot more evil people than good. I mean, yep, just your own worst enemy. A reflection of yourself that you can't stand, that you're unhappy with. You have an inner demon you're battling with. And instead of trying to break free, you got to treat the next person bad. Because you can't fight what you got inside. Bottom line. I mean, guys, that's just my whole perspective on why people are so evil. That's just it. I mean, Like, just why? Why are people evil? Is there a real explanation? Because, like, as far as I'm concerned, like, I can't even give a simple explanation on why people are the way they are. I mean, people just are insecure and people just don't love themselves. If you don't love yourself, you don't love the person around you. And that's just the bottom line. If you look in the mirror every day and insult your own reflection like that, it's more than likely you're going to insult the next person because you're not happy with yourself. I don't like your shoes. I don't like the way you look. I don't like what you're wearing. Yeah, because you're not happy with your shoes, your clothes, your appearance. Like, you're not happy with the way you look. That's why you got to tell that to the other person. Because you don't love yourself. Bottom line. I can't emphasize that enough. I mean, it is what it is. You could agree, disagree, whatever. Everybody has their own opinions. But, guys, me personally, this is just my perspective. Because when I think long and hard about it, I got to realize that it's not jealousy. It's because that person is insecure and do not love themselves. They hate who they are as a person. They truly do. That's just it. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to come on here and just express that because I just felt like I just needed to get that out there. Anyway, guys, yeah, that's all I have, and I'll see you guys another time.